Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It is Christian here. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. So today I am bringing you another haul. It is my second haul of 2017 and it is like, I'm filming this in January, you guys. So I'm a little concerned with my bank account, but luckily this time it is a drugstore haul. So I have seen you guys' requests. I have seen you guys commenting about me diving a little bit deeper into the drugstore and doing drugstore tutorials and first impressions on drugstore makeup. So that's exactly what I'm going to be trying to do this year. I really want to start doing a lot more drugstore tutorials, a lot more affordable makeup, and just really testing out affordable makeup because I know that there is affordable makeup out there. There is life beyond Sephora, and I know that. So I have this ginormous bag of drugstore goodies. I went to Walgreens, CVS, Target, Walmart, Ulta, anywhere that you could buy drugstore makeup, I went there. I'm really excited about all of the things that I did purchase. The month of February, don't quote me you guys, don't hold me to it, but the month of February I really want to try to put up the majority of affordable makeup tutorials, affordable foundation Fridays, affordable everything. Of course, I might not be able to do it for the entire month, but I want to do my best to get as much stuff up in February that is affordable and drugstore. So I thought what better way to kick that off than to start with the drugstore haul, showing you guys all of the new things that I picked up. This intro is already getting super long, so let me bring it in. And I just really quickly want to say that if this is the first time you are watching one of my videos, welcome. My name is Christian, like I already said. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you didn't know, I do have a giveaway going on my channel right now. I will link all of that information down below for you. If you're not new to my channel, you guys, welcome back. Thank you for continuing to join and support. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you are here for all of the drugstore tutorials that I have planned, so that way I know that you guys are into it. And yes, let's just go ahead and get into this massively long haul. You guys know that I have long hauls. The drugstore haul is gonna be no different. Let's do this thing. All right. I'm not organized, guys. Not organized in the least. Okay, so just because the stuff that's on top are a couple of pairs of lashes, I'll go ahead and start with lashes. Now, I am wearing a pair of drugstore lashes now that were meant to be in this haul, but they are currently on my face. The Eyelure Luxe in... I can't read that. They're really pretty. I really like them. They were easy to put on. They were super lightweight. So, I mean, these I want to say are like $11.99. So they're not exactly like super cheap, but they're still cheaper than like buying a pair of $30 mink lashes. So we'll see if I can get how many different uses that I can get out of these lashes, and I will report back to you. I did have to trim them slightly, but they are, like I said, very comfortable on the lids, and I do like them. And you guys know that I don't typically do a lot of false lashes, but I definitely want to start stepping up my tutorial game, so I will probably be, you know, busting out the falsies in the coming months. And then the other two pair of false lashes that I picked up another pair of Eyelure lashes, but these are the ones with in collaboration with Nicole Guerrero, and these are her 143s. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna love these, but I do really enjoy Nicole Guerrero. She is one of the first beauty gurus that I ever started watching, so I thought I definitely would just go ahead and support her for sure. And then I've heard a lot of really good things about Kiss lashes, so I decided, I've never tried Kiss lashes before, so I decided to go ahead and pick up a pair, and it says that these are new, and these are the Faux Mink collection, and these are called Midnight, and they look like they're gonna be really pretty. And then I decided to pick up 4 drugstore foundations. Obviously, it's a drugstore haul, but I decided to go ahead and pick up 4 so that way I can do 4 foundation Fridays, maybe on all of these different foundations this month. So we'll see how that goes. But I just realized I picked up 2 L'Oreal foundations. The first one is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover, and this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. I watched a couple of people's first impressions on this particular foundation, and they have not been giving this particular foundation rave reviews, but I'm still gonna hold out hope, and I'm still gonna test it out anyway, so I can let you guys know what my opinion is. And I picked it up in the shade 302 Creamy Natural. And then I picked up the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and I picked it up in the shade 203 Nude Beige. Now, I have not tried any of the other Infallible foundations, so they have always been on my list, but since I do lean a little bit more dry, I decided to go ahead and pick up the Pro Glow instead. And if I like this one, I'll pick up the original one. So the next foundation that I picked up is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and I picked it up in the shade Soft Beige. And I must say, you guys, like, I'm gonna keep it real for a second. This thing I think was like $5.99, and it comes in a glass bottle, and it comes with, I thought it comes with, okay, hold on. No, it doesn't come with the pump. I thought it came with the pump. Oh, I guess it just has like this little spatula type situation, which even still, I feel like for the price, this foundation, at least as far as like presentation is concerned, is really, really nice. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know that I practically have to go through hell or high water to find this foundation, and actually all of the Wet n Wild. There are newer stuff. Like I literally, there was one day where I went to like 6 CVS's, and it was in Walgreens and everything, and was on Snapchat just like ready to give up on life. And then I walked into the last one, which was closest to my apartment, and they literally had everything. So on this particular foundation, I don't know if I'm gonna do a foundation Friday or if I'm just gonna do like an entire dedicated video to all of the Wet n Wild stuff that I got. But I have been hearing really, really good things about this foundation, so I am hoping that I do like it. So the next thing that I picked up is the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation, and I picked mine up in the shade 20. And I love the Lancome, love the Lancome Cushion Foundation. That is the only cushion foundation that I have ever tried. I believe L'Oreal had one that was super, super popular that I just never got my hands on. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, like drugstore makeup is kind of starting to get up there in price. I was a little surprised by how much some of this stuff cost. There's stuff in here that costs like 15, 20 bucks. So that was a little like surprising to me, but I'm just really excited to try this one out. It just basically says that it is a liquid foundation and it is for on the go. And foundations are my absolute favorite things to try out. So I can't wait to let you guys know what I think about this guy. The best part about drugstore foundations, the best part about drugstore makeup, and yes, I did get a lot of makeup, but most things you can find at Ulta for buy one get one half off, or their 20% off coupons, or their save $3.50 coupons, or you know, I even got a couple of things at HEB. That's our local grocery store here in Houston, or one of them. And HEB had, I think it was Maybelline, where they had, if you spend $15, you save $5. So that is one really cool thing about drugstore. You can get some really, really good deals on already pretty affordable makeup. One thing that I will say that I never quite realized, that Ulta be playing you. Like, I went to go pick up one of these foundations at Ulta, and it was like $3 more at Ulta than it was at the grocery store. I see you, Ulta. I see you. Let me see if I can get out some more of the Wet n Wild stuff. So I wanted to do like a first impressions on these, but it was just too hard for me to track all of the colors down, and now there's already so many videos on these that I was just kind of like, whatever. I won't be doing that video because at this point there's so many of them already. But I did pick up 5 of the Wet n Wild, what are these called? The Wet n Wild Catsuit liquid lips, and I have heard really, really, really good things about these. And I feel like I don't know why I bought this one, because this one just looks like it's gonna be a straight up like concealer shade, but the other 4 definitely look like they're gonna be right up my alley. So I have Nudie Patootie, we have Rebel Rose, I have Berry Recognized, which is cute, that's a cute name. Nudist Peach, did I get Nudist Peach twice? Oh no, that one's Nudie Patootie. And then I have Pinky Really Hard. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all of these for you guys really quickly so that way you can see what they look like. So this is all of them swatched. And on the top we have Berry Recognized, which is probably my favorite. Then the next one underneath that one is Nudist Peach. Then we have under that Nudie Patootie. Then we have Pinky Really Hard. And then my other favorite one out of the bunch, which would be Rebel Rose on the bottom. And you guys, these swatched very opaque. I like the applicator. I feel like these are going to be very promising. This middle shade right here, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I probably could have left that one on the shelf if I'm going to be honest. But I really was like wanting to do the lip swatch video, and I just wasn't quick enough, y'all. I just was not quick enough. Okay, so the next thing that I picked up, just is because it's staring straight at me in the bag, I did pick up the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and it says it's priming, correcting, and it's for setting, and it says that it has 16-hour wear. Now, here's the thing that the drugstore be tripping on sometimes. So especially with a little bit of the pricier drugstore brands, like Milani, I would consider to be a little bit of a pricier drugstore brand. This was $10, and it comes with 2.03 ounces of product. The Urban Decay, oh, I guess it's still a little bit cheaper. The Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray comes with 4 ounces of products for 30 bucks. This one comes with 2 ounces for 10. So basically for 20 bucks, you can get the size of this. So that's still, I mean, that's still cheap. I don't know why I thought the Urban Decay All Night setting sprays had more than that, but it's still, I mean, for 10 bucks, not bad. And I hope it's, I mean, Milani has some really, really nice products, or at least a couple of things that I have tried, which is basically limited to Luminoso, if I'm gonna be honest and be real, but Luminoso is my jam. So let's test this out. Ooh, this has a really, okay. Tastes like alcohol. I don't recommend consuming it. That had a really, really nice mister on it, you guys. So this might actually be really, really nice. It felt really good on the skin as well. So we'll see how that wears throughout the day, or if that really does help prolong the wear of the makeup. But that did have a really, really nice mister. More Wet n Wild products. Let's see. Because I was gonna do a full face of first impressions with Wet n Wild, so I might still do that. I think I have one more Wet n Wild product in here somewhere. Okay, I guess that's it. So I do have, like I said, a couple of more Wet n Wild products. I did pick up, I thought I picked up the highlighter in this, but I guess not. This is the Mega Cushion in the contour shade, and it's called Cafe au Slay. That's cute, I like that. And I've actually heard Casey Holmes talk about this, and she said it's really, really nice. I'm not gonna open it yet because I don't wanna open it until I'm like absolutely ready to use it. But you guys, I think this was like $3.99 or $4.99. So that was like, these prices are insane. So that's what it looks like. Then the next thing that I picked up from them is the Wet n Wild concealer in the shade, the shade Light Medium Beige. And I did look at some of the reviews on this. The reviews on this were not very good. You cannot have a full face of first impressions on a makeup brand without a full face of makeup from the brand. So I went ahead and picked it up anyway. And it was only like $3. So even if it ends up not being the best, I mean, $3 isn't 30, because you know, I buy a lot of concealers that I don't like from, you know, from Sephora that end up being not good. So I'm okay with, you know, a $3 concealer ends up being a little bit of a dud. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up just to kind of feel the consistency. I mean, it seems okay. It seems a little bit thicker than I would expect it to be. We'll have to see how this one wears. I mean, it blended into the skin pretty easily, but usually I was expecting it to be a little bit thinner than what it was. It actually was a little bit thicker than I was expecting. So we'll have to see how that plays out underneath the eyes. And then I thought I got a highlighter, but I guess not. I got the Wet n Wild Get the Skinny Mega Slim Mascara, and it says that it's perfect for the lower lash line. You guys know I'm super picky about putting stuff on my lower lash line. The only lower lash line mascara that I've actually really, really loved is the Clinique one, makes the bottom lash mascara, and I do like that one a lot, but I will test this out for you guys and let you know. I thought I had gotten the other one as well, but I guess not. So the one that's for top lashes, but I guess I did not. I'll have to pick that one up before I do the full face first impressions with all of these products. This is nothing new, but I've heard, I wanted to get an eyeshadow palette for that particular video, and I've actually heard really, really good things about their Comfort Zone eyeshadow palette, and I have never used Wet n Wild eyeshadows like ever in my life. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up so I can kind of see, and I wanna say that this was $5. So there went the little applicator that I'm not gonna use anyway. So these are really, really nice, I mean, colors. I like the fact that it tells you specifically what everything is for, like your brow bone or your brow bone. That is way too dark to be for a brow bone, but I'm gonna let them make it. None of these actually appear to be matte, so that'll be interesting. But I mean, the pigmentation is actually really nice. Okay, that's actually really freaking nice, you guys. Wow, that was one swipe in that color. I am actually impressed by that. That is nice pigmentation. Now I see why when people talk about like Wet n Wild eyeshadows, they seem to always talk about this palette. That is really freaking nice. So I cannot wait to try that out, you guys, because I was pleasantly surprised by those swatches just then. And then I picked up the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush. Again, this is nothing new, but I just needed a blush. So, and then they had some new liquid brushes or cream blushes, but I really didn't want to get a cream blush, so I just opted for this one instead. This is another one that when you hear about Wet n Wild blushes, people tend to always talk about this one or say that this one is one of their favorites, or it's always linked in description boxes. And so I was like, okay, we'll get this color. This is the blush right here, and let's go ahead and swatch it. It's a very nude blush, but I think it would give, I mean, it's very subtle, but I think that it would give a nice wash of color. You probably cannot see that at all, but I feel like that might give a nice wash of color to the cheeks. So I cannot wait to test that out and see how it looks. I think I just broke the packaging. Okay, so the next three things that I picked up because of my girl Casey Holmes. I enjoy watching her. I enjoy watching her and her channel. So I picked up three things that she has raved about since like the beginning of time. I know that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I just had to get them. So I actually went to Walmart, you guys, like for the first time in like I don't even know how long, because Walmart is the only place that I know of that sells Flower Beauty. So I did pick up the Flower Beauty LO1 powder, which she's always constantly raving about. Now the thing that I did not like about this is I felt like it just came like open, and I just kind of felt like that was just not very good. So I don't know if, and all of them were like that, and some of them were just like straight out open. So I don't know if that's how the packaging was supposed to be, or if it was supposed to come in like a box or something like that, but I went for it anyway. Hopefully it wasn't like tampered with, and she has raved about this one forever, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. And then something else that she raves about is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin bronzer. Now, I don't know that I've ever really tried anything from Neutrogena either. Most of the drugstore stuff that I've tried is Maybelline, L'Oreal, Milani, NYX. That's kind of where I kind of stay when it comes to drugstore. But she also says that this is just a beautiful bronzer as well. So that doesn't really look like a tone that I would love, but I'm definitely gonna try it out. That's it swatched right there. I mean, it definitely looks a little bit warm for my skin tone, so we'll have to try it out and see. I've been struggling with bronzers lately anyway, so why not? And then I picked up the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. Now, Sonia Kashuk is another one of those drugstore brands that is a little up there in price. I forgot how much this foundation was. I want to say it was like 15 bucks. But I was looking at some of Sonia Kashuk stuff and some of Pixie's stuff. And Pixie had some stuff that was like teetering $30. $30 for the drugstore? What? So, needless to say, we kept all the Pixie stuff on the shelf. Oh, and I had, I guess, one more Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder, and I picked mine up in the shade Warm Light. All right, so let's test this powder out. Oh, okay. Okay, Wet n Wild, okay. That actually felt super smooth and super silky. So this, I cannot wait to try out. Like, if this applies and works as well as on the face as it felt, this is gonna be a good powder. Oh, I did. I knew I totally did. I knew I wasn't making stuff up. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Highlighter. I knew I picked this up, and it's in the shade Who's That Pearl. Again, I'm not gonna pick this up I'm not gonna open this up because I don't know if like stuff like this will dry out super fast. So just be on the lookout for that video, you guys. But I knew I did. I knew I did. Okay, so since we're on the topic of highlighters, I think I have two more in here. I do. Now these I'll go ahead and open up and swatch. I don't know what sense that makes, but whatever. So this is a NYX Away We Glow highlighter in the shade Crystal Glare. Now I saw this guy at Target, but I'm pretty sure you can get this at Ulta or anywhere that NYX is sold. And it's a little weird because it comes in like a little doe foot applicator kind of situation. And let's see. I mean, it's actually really subtle. It's almost blending out into nothing. So I'm not really sure. I mean, it does give a subtle glow. It's definitely not wham bam, thank you ma'am, like in your face, but hopefully you guys are picking that up. Oh, nope, it disappeared. Nope, there's nothing there. I lied. Is that a sheen or is that just my lights? I don't know. I feel like, well, if I have to work that hard to figure out if I'm glowing, I'm probably not glowing. So we'll have to play with this a little bit more and see what it looks like, or see how it works actually on the face. And this was like $6 or $7. And like I said, Ulta always has buy one get one 50% off on NYX. So you definitely will be able to get that at a discounted price. And then I saw the Maybelline. I picked this up at Walmart when I got the Flower Beauty stuff. This is the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid, and I bought mine in the shade 100 Light Iridescent. Now, let's see what we have here. Oh, let me show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so it comes out kind of thick, and then it's almost like a pinky tone. Now that is a highlight. I know you guys can see that. That is super icy. So that one we'll have to see, because I mean, at least we know that this one is there. So we'll have to check that out. I mean, that one is super intense, and this is one of those highlighters that's going to give you like a really, really wet look. I mean, this one is pretty. This one's pretty. So, but it is definitely a little bit on the more icy side. So I can't wait to see how that is going to look on the tops of my cheekbones. We're gonna fly through this. If I can do a haul video in under 30 minutes, like, that would be a huge success, you guys. Okay, so I picked up 2 concealers from the drugstore. I picked up the new Outlast All Day Soft Focus CoverGirl, what are you? I already said concealer, so it's a concealer. And this is in the shade Light Medium. And then I also picked up a Milani Retouch and Erase in 03 Medium Light. Now they are kind of similar as far as packaging is concerned. And I haven't heard anything about the CoverGirl one, but I've heard that the Milani one actually is pretty decent. So we will be testing this out, obviously. I mean, why do I keep saying I'm gonna test everything out? Obviously, I'm gonna test it out, y'all. So that's what these 2 guys look like. And then I saw Thebeautybasic talk about this. So when I was at Walmart looking for the Flower Beauty powder, I decided to go ahead and pick this up. This is a, what are you? A Lift and Sculpt contouring palette. Now, if I remember correctly, Thebeautybasic says that she liked it, but it's a very subtle highlight and contouring situation. And it came in 2, why is this stuff so hard to open? I like boxes, because boxes stuff just slides out. This whole plastic situation, it's just a bit much for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys could see the floor of my room right now, because I literally just keep throwing all of the packaging on the floor. So this is what this is what it looks like. So you have your highlighter. Okay, Flower Beauty, okay. Where am I gonna put this highlighter? Okay, let's put it up here. Okay, that's a little powdery. So it's right here, I swatched it right here if you guys can see that. That definitely is a little bit on the powdery side. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna love that, but I'm definitely not gonna count it out. And then we have the blush. The blush is probably a little bit pinkier. Yeah, all of this stuff is a little bit powdery. So the blush is a little bit of a pinkier blush than I would typically wear. I probably won't wear that blush, let's be real. So that is very, very pink and very powdery. We'll definitely have to see how that works. I definitely would go in with a super light hand with that one. And then the contour, okay, the contour is still a little powdery, but it looks like a really, really nice shade, a really nice contouring shade. So that is promising. So you guys, I'm like a mess. So like everything else that I will be trying out, I will be trying that out. I picked up two Jordana lip liners. I picked it up in Tawny and Rockin' Rose, and I feel like they're both just gonna be like nude. One looks like it's gonna be a little bit more pinky nude, and one looks like it's gonna be a little bit more browny nude. And I think I was correct. And these actually are pretty nice. And these are like, I feel like $1.99. So hopefully I love these, because then they're $1.99, and how amazing is that? Yep, I was absolutely right. Pinky nude and brownie nude. And this is every lip color that I own practically. So I will probably get a ton of use out of those. So the one right here is Tawny. And then the other color was, I forgot already, I'm sorry y'all, was Rockin' Rose, which is this one right here. And those are really pretty colors. I like those. You guys, we are almost done. 4 items left. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. So I picked up one of the L'Oreal Blend Artist guys. And this is one of their sponges. And this is the foundation blender, because I really just kind of wanted to try it out. So let me open it up and kind of see what it feels like. You guys know that I didn't always love I mean, it's definitely a lot It doesn't have as much give as the actual Beauty Blender does. Like, I have Beauty Blenders all over the place. Yeah, the Beauty Blender has a little bit more like a cushion kind of vibe to it. You guys know that in the past I did not love Beauty Blenders, but over the last month or two, I've really become like die hard for the Beauty Blender. I feel like it applies my makeup so beautifully recently. So I've been here for that. So I picked up this little sponge. I will save this for a first impression. So we'll just toss that right there. What did oh. Then the last three things, because I'm just gonna like show them all in quickly. So I'm dying to keep this video under 30 minutes. Like, I can't wait to see if it's under 30 minutes. It's not under 30 minutes. I picked up the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter that Kathleen Lights has raved about for such a long time. And I've heard a couple of other people talk about it and say that they really like it. I mean, that looks, oh yeah, that looks really nice. I mean, it's definitely subtle. It has like, I feel like it has like a peachy vibe to it, but it's super pretty. And I think that was like $3.49. That's it right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then I picked up one of the new L'Oreal brow stylist frame and set, and I think it's really cool that it comes with its own brush, and then it's like a pomade, like your Anastasia or your Benefit pomade. So you guys will be hearing about that soon. There I go with the you'll be hearing about it soon, clearly. And final thing that I picked up is the CoverGirl True Blend, the True Naked Jewels. Never tried any of these. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. I feel like they have several of these, or am I confusing that with L'Oreal? I'm not sure. Again, what is anybody gonna do with that? And these are not necessarily colors that I would be drawn to, but they just look absolutely beautiful, and I just could not help myself. So yes, please. Yes, please. The purple, not so much. The blue, I mean, that first shade was pretty. Okay, that's pretty as well. So this one might be one of those ones that might be super hit. Okay, well, actually swatched out, like actually swatched, they're all really pretty. They didn't look so great on the hand, like just swatched on the finger, but right here, they all look super, super promising. So we'll see how that works out. I think that is everything. Oh no, I have one thing left. I have one thing left. I also picked up a Milani Baked Bronzer. Now this is not a bronzer that I would use just to like as a bronzer. This is more like a bronzer topper, and it just looked really pretty, and I just kind of really wanted to get it. And summer is around the corner, or spring break and stuff like that is around the corner. Now I never really get any tanner than I currently am, so that, okay, that's kind of orangey. That might not work, but it looked pretty. Yeah, no, that might not work, but I'll try it as a bronzer topper. It was not, I didn't purchase it with the intentions of using it as a bronzer like on its own, just as something to give me like an extra glow over top of something that I might already have on my face. But anyways, I think that is it, you guys. I think we made it to the end. I hope that you're really excited, you guys, for me to come out with drugstore tutorials and reviews and just testing out a lot of drugstore products. I saw it in the requests, I saw it in the comments, you guys, and I definitely want to do produce content that you guys are excited to watch and really want to watch. So I definitely want to bring you guys things that y'all want to see. So but then at the same time, I'm really excited. I have not been this excited about drugstore products in such a long time. So I can't wait to start putting all of this to the test, you guys. And I can't wait to start telling you guys how I feel about everything. So before this video gets to be any longer, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to a close. And I just really want to quickly say that if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe before you head out. And yes, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.